Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a slightly bittersweet haul. I actually don't know when I will post this because I have a couple hauls that I pushed aside in order to get out some more videos that were time pressing. So I'm not sure what order this will fall in, but in my first video that I did on the Fragrance Buy anniversary sale, which if you haven't checked out, definitely do check out. I mentioned that there was a part 2 on its way, and this is that part 2. And the bittersweet reason is because while I'm super excited to get into all these blind buys and the samples, there's so many fragrances to talk about, there is the sad realization that I had when I looked over the box. I realized that I had forgotten to include Lune Féline by Atelier d'Or. And so I don't have it, and now it's sold out, so it'll just kind of be TBD until when it's part of my collection. So that was a sad realization, but there's still a lot of fragrances to get to. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, then you would have found out right away because it was like the next day when I realized it. It's okay. So we're gonna get through these fragrances in this set. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into the haul. So all of these 4 fragrances are actually just blind buys. I have never smelled them before, and we're going to discover them together on camera. But what's exciting is because this was during the sale, they had an option to get samples. So I did, and these obviously are free, and it was available for anyone who could add it to their cart. It was like the first however many, I think 1,000 buyers could add this. It was kind of like as much as it was available until samples last, you could add it to the cart, and that was really exciting. And I got some good ones. All 3 of these are also blind testings, and I have tried these already. I try the samples before the videos so that I can tell you guys about them. And okay, so we'll start with the first one, which is the 24 Elixir Neroli. And this was a line I hadn't really heard of at all, actually, and I was excited because Neroli, I adore Neroli, but I hadn't heard anything about them, and when I looked it up, it seemed like it was a unisex fragrance, and it listed mint, bergamot, orange, water, what is it? Yeah, water, white tea, neroli, ginger, violet, gardenia, tonka, cedar, and musk. I think it's a tonic water, sorry. So I was excited, and it's very, I would agree it's unisex, but I slightly feel like it's a little bit masculine leaning in that it's a bit of a barbershop-y fragrance. It's soapy. It does have a minty like freshness to it, but not super like peppermint spearmint. It's just got like a freshness as if it's like, I don't know, freshly brushed teeth or something. I know that sounds weird, but it's just very bright and fresh and citrusy without being sour in the opening, and then it gets slightly woody, but in, again, just like a very nice barbershop-y fragrance. I like it. I don't see myself reaching out to get a full bottle or anything, but I do actually like it, and I will wear the sample. So that was a really nice one. On the other side of the spectrum, one where I do not like, and it's just not my jam, but it's not bad, it's just not my jam, is Rare Carbon by Afnan. And this had leather, violet leaf, cinnamon, nutmeg, rose, violet, cedar, oud, vetiver, sandalwood, and amber. Personally, I don't really get a whole lot of oud in this. It's a very green, woody fragrance. It doesn't list any moss in here, but it definitely has like a wet moss type note to my nose anyways. It's a very green, woody fragrance. It's kind of bitter, and from what I've seen in like my one wear test of it, it stays rarely, I mean, it stays more or less like linear in that. I don't find that it, at least on me in this first test, hasn't like suddenly got into being, you know, super, I don't know, leaning into its like rose violet side, or getting super leathery, I find that it just always kind of smells like wet, mossy, woody, kind of bitter, definitely green, and not especially heavy leaning on the oud, which I would have loved. So it's not really my jam, but you know, happy to have tried it. Always love trying new things. And the last one, I really wanted to hate this sample. When I saw it, I was really excited, but I was excited to try it because it's an expensive fragrance, and I've always strayed away from it because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna like it. I'm not gonna blind buy this. It's way too expensive, and I wanted to hate this. I wanted to, at the very least, just be like meh about it. But you guys, I love it. And even as I move my hand around, it smells so good. If I find a cheaper alternative to this, I will get it instead. And I'm gonna definitely try not to pick it up, but Initio Parfum, and this is Oud for Greatness. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, but oh my God. It's saffron, nutmeg, lavender, oud, patchouli, and musk. And I just love it. It's very delicious to me. It's definitely oudy and like saffron, nutmeg. I do get some of that, I suppose, but I don't really get in any way like a dirty hippie patchouli, which I'm so happy about. But there is just something super like edible delicious about this. And it smells kind of creamy at the same time as well. Like the musk isn't a clean, I don't know, like a very like clean, pure, powdery musk. It's like a creamy musk. And I just love it. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I mean, until now in my wear test, as I was trying it today, it's lasted pretty much the same on my skin. I imagine, or I hope, that it would have great lasting power, but oh my goodness, you guys, I really, and I just dropped it. I really do love this. I am disappointed because it's definitely expensive, but I kind of feel like that's the kind of fragrance where if I find a decant of it or like a smaller size, or even if FRAGRANCEBUY does decants later on, I might pick that up because maybe I don't need to splurge for a full bottle because it's not a fragrance I'd wear like every single day, but wow, definitely upon first impressions, definitely worth the hype and my favorite of the 3 samples for sure. All right, so kind of sticking with that oud theme, I think myself, along with many people who were shopping the anniversary sale at FRAGRANCEBUY, decided to check out the door crasher section, and there was Oud Malaki, I think is what it was called, by Chopard, and it was like 30 something, and I was just intrigued. I tried to put it off, but again, I thought I was making this order to get Lune Féline, and when I didn't get that, it was surprising because I kind of like tagged these along with the sole purpose of getting that one, and I forgot to get that one. So as it stands, I have Oud Malaki, I'm not sure, but it is the large, what is it, the 80 mil? Yeah, the 80 mil, and it was like 30 something. It was one of the more popular door crashers, I think, because a bunch of people picked it up. So this listed grapefruit, artemisia, lavender, tobacco, spices, leather, oud, ambergris, and woody notes. And I'll just pull up my sleeve here. Let's see. I doubt I'm gonna like it as much as Oud for Greatness because oh my god, that is still amazing, but I hope I like it more than the other sample. Okay, this is definitely straight off the bat, it's kind of boozy for me. I know it didn't mention that in the notes, but it's a boozy and spicy, kind of smoky, but like a sweet tobacco smoke. If you've ever smelled like sweet pipe smoke, it kind of smells like that. It's very like sweet in its smokiness. It's not like cigarette smoke or even like bitter smoke. It's sweet and spicy, and there's a boozy element to this for sure. Yeah, I do like it. I think it's unisex, but definitely male leaning or masculine leaning. I would wear this personally. I don't think it's not as masculine leaning as, what was that sample that I didn't like? Rare Carbon. Rare Carbon is more masculine than this because there's like an element of just like spiced sweetness. It kind of has like even an element of like super spiced Christmas cookies with like cinnamon and coriander and ginger. It kind of smells like that as well, with like booze and yeah, like pipe smoke. That's what I'm getting from it anyways. I do, like, I like it. It's not disappointing for the price. I'm happy to have it as part of my collection. And yeah, I'll have to obviously play around. I have so many fragrances now that I've been like quickly adding to my collection. So you guys know I'm gonna keep up with my second impressions videos. I'll come back and talk more about what I liked about them when I do full wear tests and everything. These are just like blind first impressions because you guys know I'm obsessed with the blind tests and I'm obsessed with blind buying. But that one isn't one that is standing out that I hate. It's not like my immediate cup of tea, safe, powdery lipstick fragrances that you guys know I go for, but I also really like oud type I don't feel like it's that deep and oudy, honestly. Oud for Greatness has like an immediate oud. Actually, now that I'm kind of Oud for Greatness, now that I'm smelling it again, sorry to go back to that, but it has an element of Baccarat Rouge 540. I swear it's kind of like transformed and it has that sweet, I guess they both have saffron, but it's so strange. At first I wasn't really getting that. It was delicious, but now as it's resting, it's more like the heart. It's as if it had that original oud that I was talking about that I really liked, and all the things within it, the lavender and nutmeg, but it's as if like I sprayed it on my skin where I already had Baccarat Rouge 540. Wow. Oh my god, now I feel like I like it even more. Anyways, I'm not gonna pick it up. I can't do that. It's insane, but definitely do recommend if you have it within your budget and you want to save for something amazing for the holidays. Wow, it's an incredible one. This though, sorry, Chopard Oud Malaki is a lot more spiced, kind of even like a zingy citrusiness to it with sweet tobacco smoke, and I know it's not in the notes, but I get like a booziness from it as well. And the bottle's very heavy and just, it's very chic. Definitely like that. Then we will get to one completely on the other side of the spectrum. Again, it was on sale, so I thought might as well. And this is Narciso Eau de Toilette, and it's in the cubes. So this is the black one, I believe. And I have Eau Poudrée, like Narciso Poudrée and Narciso Rouge, and I really like both. I've tried Narciso Ambré, the kind of peach one, and honestly I tried it in store and it smelled so similar to Poudrée and Rouge that I didn't even bother. I mean, they all have like the Narciso musk, but that one smelled ridiculously similar to the point where I didn't think it would be even worth it. And I really liked I think it's just white musk, but it's like the tall white one, and fleur musk was really nice too. So this is the Eau de Toilette. I don't remember ever having tried this, but apparently, because there's the Narciso Eau de Parfum, which is white cube, and this is the Eau de Toilette, which is the black. And the main difference is that they both share Bulgarian rose, or a type of rose, musk, cedar, and vetiver, but that the Eau de Toilette has peony and the Eau de Parfum, which is white, has gardenia. So this is the one I picked up. We will see. I tend to really like all of the Narcisos I've tried. Yeah, this is really nice too. It's definitely more floral than the Poudrée or the Rouge. To me, I get more of the florals. It has that musk, which is so powder. It's as if you've got like this blanket of like this white plush, nice smelling musky blanket. That's what I get. It's definitely more floral and slightly more, I don't know, more woody. It seems more complex, or more complex notes in this than Poudrée. Rouge is already a little bit more than Poudrée. I love both though, so really excited to have this as part of my collection. I already know I like it. It's along the same vein, but definitely different enough to have as part of my collection. Whereas Ambré, I liked it in store, but it just smelled Maybe I'd been smelling too many things, but in store it smelled way too similar to Poudre and Rouge for me to get it. So yeah, that is the second one, and that is the Eau de Toilette, like I said. All right, so now we get to the third. This was such a random pickup for me. I really just felt like, I don't know what it was. I saw this and I saw what it was supposed to be a dupe of, and even though I don't think I ever tried the fragrance it's supposed to be a dupe of, something drew me to it, and it was super, super on sale. So, and it's an inexpensive fragrance anyways. This is Derby Clubhouse Blanche, I believe. And this is supposed to be, it's by Armaf Fragrances, but this is supposed to be a dupe of Silver Mountain Water by Creed. And I don't think I've ever tried Silver Mountain Water, but I also could have, and I just don't remember. This Oud Malaki is very, very strong. So I'm going to spray it over here so they don't mix. But I don't know what it was. I just saw this. I was interested for whatever reason. It's a Middle Eastern brand, Armaf, but they're made in France. And I was intrigued. I was intrigued to try it out. And this had water notes, orange, bergamot, green tea, black currant, musk, galbanum, and sandalwood. It seemed like it was up my alley. It seemed like it'd be unisex, slightly male leaning probably. But yeah, okay. I'm already liking it. It's definitely citrusy and fresh. It kind of smells like a very, it smells citrusy and fresh for sure. And not especially a sweet citrus, definitely like a tart citrus. And it smells like light, like white teas. Did it say white tea? It said green tea. It smells like white tea to me, where it's fruity, but it doesn't steep very dark. Maybe I guess a green tea, but I don't know. I'm just imagining like a white tea with some citrus. Yeah, bergamot, lemon, maybe lime. I don't really get any blackcurrant in this to my nose. And maybe as it rests, it gets more into like the galbanum, sandalwood, muskiness. But right now, it kind of just smells like a citrusy white tea. And yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. It was, again, kind of just like an add-on because I was so excited about Lune Féline. But now that I don't have Lune Féline, these all seem a little bit more random. But I don't mind. I'm happy to have it. It's a little weird, but I'm happy to have it. So that is, I forget even what it's called, but this is Derby Clubhouse Blanche. Yeah, by Armaf. It's a very heavy bottle, extremely heavy. And finally, I've been really excited about this one. Other than Lune Féline, this is the one that I was most excited about. This is Bijou Romantique by État Libre d'Orange. And this has bergamot, lemon, pink pepper, ylang ylang, sage, iris, coconut, vetiver, benzoin, vanilla, and then it said EV molecule, and it was a specific molecule to État Libre d'Orange, or I don't know, it had registered trademarked that molecule, so I have no idea what that one is, but this is what it looks like. I had such good luck with True Lust by État Libre d'Orange that I decided to blind buy this. I was gifted a I forget what it was called, but another one by État Libre d'Orange, and it was so it was like a roller ball, and it just smelled like Lily of the Valley, like straight up Lily of the Valley. And what I like about État Libre d'Orange is how out there they are and how interesting their fragrances get. And True Lust is definitely interesting, but that one just smelled, I forget what it's called now, but it smelled so much just like straight Lily of the Valley that it was kind of bland for me. So Bijou Romantique, I've heard great things about. I've never smelled. So it is blind buy, but I will see. Ooh, okay. It's interesting. I feel like I know someone that smells like this. It's immediately like familiar to me, even though I've never smelled it. It smells like a little like potpourri, honestly. Like it's slightly of a peppery flower, a peppery floral with some tart, a little bit of tart citrus. I don't know, it's slightly even like, I'm not sure if it's just the benzoin and pink pepper that's making me feel this way, but it's slightly like a boozy vanilla, and I know it says there's vanilla and benzoin, but it kind of smells like a boozy vanilla mixed with a peppery potpourri, which is interesting. It's not as if it's immediate love, I'll be honest there, but it is a fragrance I do want to wear and kind of do some wear tests with, because it's standing out to me. It's very, yeah, it's the boozy vanilla in this is slightly reminiscent of like the kind of bourbon vanilla that's in Dior Addict. I'm not saying they smell alike, but that kind of vanilla where it's darker, it's richer. There's like an element to this that's reminiscent of Dior Addict, because the vanilla it's not powdery, it's not like vanilla sugar, it's not even like a very sweet vanilla. It's definitely like a boozy bourbon vanilla, but this is kind of that plus mixed with like a slightly peppery floral. And the citrus now, as I smell it more, is less and less apparent, but it had a little bit more of a tart citrus. Okay, well, I will try this out again, do some wear tests, and see how I feel. So in terms of the samples, you guys know Oud for Greatness is #1. It smells so much as if you've mixed like a kind of sweet oud with Baccarat Rouge 540. Yeah, I really, really like it. I will definitely get a decant at one point in my life, but I'll do some more wear tests because yeah. Anyways, I really like it. That's the favorite of the decants then, or the samples. In second place, the 24 Elixir Neroli, and in third place, the Rare Carbon. It's just, even now, it smells too mossy, personally, for my taste. And then for the 4, this is interesting. Okay, I feel like this is in first place, the Narciso Eau de Toilette. I'm a huge fan of all their fragrances that I've been smelling and buying recently. So this is in first place, and it was a safer purchase. This honestly is kind of surprising me. I'm out of these 4, which it's not in super tough competition, but I feel like this is one that I want to wear the most and is going to be surprisingly easiest to wear. And again, kind of boozy. It seems like it's a running theme with some of these fragrances. It does smell a bit boozy and I'm liking it. Then in third place, I think I'll go with Bijou Romantique. There is an element to this that is Dior Addict-y, which I love Dior Addict, but you know, Dior Addict with a twist, I suppose. I have to play with it some more and see if that feeling stays with me, but for now, that's how I feel. And the more I'm smelling it, there is something, I don't know, cleaning detergent-y, not detergent, like cleaning product-y about this. And it's weird because there's another, I forget what fragrance it is, but there is one Creed fragrance that I feel that way about, and it's not Silver Mountain Water. So yeah, this is definitely in last place for me. I'll have to play around with it some more. Right now it's a little bit too astringent, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's in last place. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Leave me in the comments which one of these you're interested in trying or that you've already tried, and I'll see you next time. Bye!